Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the Court of the Idiot Jester. We've got some news from today. Breaking news from the Telegraphs thereof. Links in the doobies. Come over, teacher, buy me a coffee. Useful stuff, right? Here we go again. It's raised its ugly head again. Labour-run council sponsors 5-day drag camp for children. Now, I've been saying this for a long time, so I'm going to say it again, right? Oh, and be sure to share this video from YouTube, subscribe, and if you can, buy me a coffee, all right? Or send me a super thanks. That'd be brilliant. It's the end of the month. Fresh shaven. Right, so Labour-run council sponsors 5-day drag camp for children. I'm going to say this once more, and I'm not going to say it again. I've decided, because I'm fed up of saying it. Can we please stop calling drag queer performativity? No, the other way around. Can we please stop calling queer performativity drag, right? What's the difference, I hear you say? Right? I'm going to explain to you, okay? We're going to go through it. This course is being run in Oxford by a queer, not-for-profit community events company. This is in speech marks. Offers 14-year-olds the chance to become divas. Your average 14-year-old's going to look nothing like Diana Ross or bloody Donna Summer, are they? Let's be honest. A Labour-run council which recently outraged farmers by going vegan is responsible. How does that happen in a council? Everybody going vegan? Everyone? Yeah? Anybody disagree? No. Right, what's for lunch? Dust. Right, okay. By going vegan is sponsoring a 5-day drag camp offering 14-year-olds the chance to become a diva. Oxford City Council, oh God, is supporting the drag camp, which offers children aged 14 to 18 the chance to create their own daring stage persona. When I was a kid, I used to do Amdram, right? And lots of kids do Amdram, or lots of kids dress up. That is not what this is, okay? The week-long course, which starts on Monday, is being run by queer, not-for-profit company, events company, called Art Productions, Tart Productions, along with Pegasus Theatre Group and Doris Field Charitable Trust. It comes after the council courted controversy by banning meat and dairy products at all internal events in March, sparking a backlash from farmers who described the move as a kick in the teeth. Now, they've obviously got to form this bunch of nutters. Oxford, of all places. The city councillors have followed the plant-based example of Oxfordshire County Council, which went vegan in December, prompting Jeremy Clarkson to brand the policy utter madness. So they've already had a bit of a kerfuffle around veganism. 2023 people. So, inviting participants to be a comedy clown, a diva, a club kid, or something totally different. Sounds just like, you know, let's try some stuff out, be a bit arty, be a bit that, you know, all that does, doesn't it, eh? Yeah? For all, right, the drag camp event blurb states, for all kinds of drag performers, including kings, queens, and all the beyond and in between. That's where it starts going wrong. All the beyond and in between, right? Okay, so this has got nothing to do with drag. You will get the tools you need to put together a look and routine in your own unique style with an optional showcase at the end. This is more akin to RuPaul's so-called drag race, which is actually just queer performativity. And you'll see an example of it the other day, I suppose, on Twitter, where they were milking their breasts. And there's another one with covering his crotch in blood and throwing tampons to children at another Pride event recently. Those taking part will learn everything from drag history to act development, makeup, choreography, costume, physicality, lip sync, and track editing. What do they mean by physicality for 14-year-olds doing drag? What physicality would that be then? Interesting, isn't it? The course will end with a fabulous showcase that participants can invite friends and family to. Now, if somebody said, right, come along, learn to do, you know, whatever it may be, an acting class, I wouldn't have a problem with it. Most people wouldn't have a problem with it. But it gets darker. Drag Camp's 4-page manifesto acknowledges that the course is likely to attract a high rate of LGBTQ plus and questioning young people. So they're talking about people between 14 and 18, which is children. There are no TQ plus children. They don't exist. Okay, they are a fantasy. Saying it provides age-appropriate insight into the world of drag and allows young people to explore self-expression and learn about LGBTQ plus history. designed to spread a message of self-expression and acceptance in line with Stonewall's 2017 schools report, which found that 45% of LGBT plus young people, so they left off the queue, right, young people, experience bullying in schools. It adds, we want the young people taking part in this event to understand they can be whatever they want to be and to feel like they have the power within themselves to create the things they want. It comes after Oxfordshire County Council was last year forced to defend a story hour event for children hosted by drag queens after a debate broke out on social media. The Drag Queen Story Hour for children aged 3 to 11, which aimed to show the world that being different is not a bad thing through creative and imaginative storytelling, was criticised after it was hosted at 3 Oxfordshire libraries with the council's permission. While some argued it was no different to children seeing pantomime days on stage, others argued it was a totally inappropriate event for children, and so on, right? Okay. Drag was traditionally carried out in pubs and clubs, Funny Girls in Blackpool, various bars in Manchester. Still is, right? You want to try going backstage? Yep, it's as bad as you think it is, right? Because that's what it's about. It's about sex and hedonism and all the stuff that comes with it. Drag is about that, or it's about traditional, the traditional type of British drag. Drag queens in bars and stuff doing things. That's not what this is, right? Same as drag queen story time has got nothing to do with drag either. It's queer performativity, which is why Grandma's the bad guy and the wolf's the good guy. So this is just a short reminder today, that's all, on the back of this still happening, that this has got nothing to do with drag. And we need to start calling it what it is, queer performativity. Because the whole point of queer theory is to break down boundaries. And to do so, you practice queer performativity. You perform queerness. That's what they're doing, okay? And that would be boundary breaking. So we've got them saying, come and just have some dress up and we're going to put on a show, and have some fun. And then it's followed by a 4-page manifesto, which says that it will give them some LGBTQ plus history. Will it now? I wonder which history will that be, because they've not got a good record on telling the truth on this, have they? Let's be honest. In fact, the history that they tell is mostly nonsense. Mostly nonsense. So what we've got here is a bunch of people who are practicing queer performativity with 4 to 16-year-olds, or 16, 17-year-olds, right? Not 14 to 17-year-olds. That's what they're doing, okay? It's not a drag club, it's a cult club. That's what my guess is. But you have a read for yourself, it's in the Dubras, and you let me know what you think, okay? Because it strikes me as it is. But for God's sake, call it what it is, queer performativity. Otherwise you can't split the two out. Right? Queer performativity, which is designed to obfuscate and break down barriers, particularly, as quoted by Judith Butler, the barriers between adult and child in her interview with Owen Jones in 2021. Once again, the seriousness of this is not being recognised, even by the Telegraph. The Telegraph should start talking about queer performativity. Call it what it is. Okay? I got no problem with kids dressing up. You want to dress up, dress up. You want to sing a song, sing a song. But you want to dress up while they teach them queer theory? You want to dress up while they teach them it's okay to believe in a gendered soul slipped into a flesh sack of a body? That it's okay to have your breasts cut off, as Costa Coffee seem to be advertising it's okay to do today? How far will this lunacy go before we stop it? That's the question, isn't it? Call it what it is, queer performativity. Call it out for what it is. Queer performativity. Which is exactly the same as the stories they read in the schools, where, there's a message about queerness, or a message about critical social justice, a message about power and oppression. Don't trust them for a second. Any child that goes on this will be filled with shit. That's my guess, right? Could be wrong. Any parent that sends their child needs to question whether or not they know enough about this to think it's a good idea. Kids love dress up. Let them do it. It should, let them do it. You shouldn't be separating out children. What I imagine will happen is that the children will go to this nonsense will be gay children. Right? Because you're 14 to 17, you're pretty much there. You know, right? You know there's something different about you. So these gay children are going to go to this club where I bet they'll be told that they've been born in the wrong body. What we really should call it is a queer performance, a queer performativity, gay conversion camp that's being funded by Oxford City Council. Have fun, peeps.